नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा। नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा। नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा। बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि, संघं शरणं गच्छामि, द्वितीयंपि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, द्वितीयंपि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि, द्वितीयंपि संघं शरणं गच्छामि, तृतीयंपि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, तृतीयंपि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि, तृतीयंपि संघं शरणं गच्छामि। पाणातिपाता वीरमणि सिक्खापदं समाधियामि, अदिन्नदाना वीरमणि Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami Kamesu Michchāchāra Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami Musavada Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami Surameraya Majjapamadatthana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami Sabba papassa karanam Kusalassa upasampada Sachitta paryodapanam Etang buddhana sasanam Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu
Samantha Chakravalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Sadhangvang Munirajase Sunangtu Sagga Mokkadang Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Bhadanta Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Honor to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened one. My utmost respect to the supremely enlightened Buddha. And my respect also goes to the noble Dhamma of the Blessed One. And my utmost respect goes to the noble Mahasangha, the noble disciples of the the Blessed One. Greetings to everyone. Ayubowan from Sri Lanka and Namaste. Very happy to be here with this Dhamma talk to address you all in India. And this beautiful session here today will start with some lot of background noise. You can hear because here in California, it's all firecrackers right now because we do have 4th July, American Independence Day. So please bear with me when we have so many background noises. Okay, let's consider it a background music. What we do here, and I am actually going to talk about with you if we all have to face this situation today. Maybe to start with, today the world is suffering and we are all confined to cells, locked down, and so many things are happening right now in the world. And lots of countries have been affected. And our prayers are with all those people who are suffering right now and their family members who are immensely undergoing a lot of pain. And all the countries that suffer due to this unfortunate COVID-19 and or Corona, we would like to pray for them. May the blessings of the Noble Triple Gem be with them all. May they all, may those countries, may those communities, may those individuals be relieved from all these unfortunate, miserable situations. Today also is a very, very special day for all the Buddhists in the world. And this is special because this is means Asala in Sinhala in our language. And so this is the day that the Buddha proclaimed his first ever sermon to the world. And all the eons of fulfillment of his paramitas, of his perfections as a bodhisattva. And for so many births, one after the other, that was really a painstaking effort. The bodhisattva, when he was as Sumedha Tapasa, when he was ascetic Sumedha, so many Buddhas time ago, and that time he had the opportunity to be Arhat, and he had the opportunity to liberate himself, and he had the opportunity to stop this circle of transmigration. But he did not want to do that. Rather, he wanted to come back to this samsara. And after that, for 24 Buddhas, appeared in the world. And this great Bodhisattva, he wanted to jump into the samsara. Why? Just because of you and I. Just because of all of us. To benefit to all of us, he jumped into this samsara. So I really wanted to share this thought with you. We all have to be really, really thankful and grateful to this, to Buddha, the Blessed One, the Supremely Enlightened One. He has undergone so many sufferings. He did not back up when it was something to do with the helping, to help all of us. He never hesitated when it comes to help others. And he had fulfilled Dana Paramita, Sila Paramita, Nikama Paramita, and all these paramitas he fulfilled. Panya, Virya, Khanti, Satya, Aditthana, Mitta, Upekha. All these Dasa Paramitas or 10 paramitas he fulfilled with utmost dedication. And not only Dasa Paramitas, as a Buddha, he fulfilled Dasa Paramitas, Dasa Upaparamitas, and Dasa Paramatta Paramitas. So he fulfilled, in fact, 30 paramitas. For in this particular Buddha Bodhisattva's case, he had fulfilled over four eons of Asankhya. We call it Asankhya Kappa Lakha. So 4 eons of birth, time gap he was spending in the world, traversing from one birth to the other and being born in so many different forms, and sometimes in human realm, sometimes in celestial realm as a deva or as a brahma, or even as an animal. In the animal realm he was born, and he was leading those communities, those bunch of people, those groups of people. He wanted to lead them. He wanted to also expose himself how people suffer, how those sentient beings suffer, and then he wanted to rescue all of them. That was his vision. That was his mission. That is why he underwent all this suffering. And finally, he became, he was born as Prince Siddhartha in Lumbini. He was born in Lumbini as Prince Siddhartha. And then he had all the luxuries of his life he had. And at the age of 16, he got married to a beautiful princess called Yasodhara. At the age of 29, by the time he had all kinds of luxuries in his life, all the beautiful palaces and all the servants everywhere, and the city, and all the material prosperity or comfort for himself was pretty much with him during that time. And then one day he was going out to the park. He wanted to go out and have a look and what is going on. Maybe to breathe some fresh air. He wanted to go out in the middle of the night. He wanted to go alone. He wanted to go like stealing himself, not flanked by so many security guards. He just wanted to free and relax himself in the open air with breathing that fresh air. But suddenly he encountered a very unprecedented scene that kind of shattered his all that comfortable lifestyle. That Kama Sukhalikanu Yogi lifestyle was little bit shattered, greatly shattered at that time. And he saw an old man that he has never ever seen in his life. In this Kapilavatthu city, the kingdom of Shakya clan, King Suddhodana made sure that there is no old people, there is no sick people, and no unwanted people in the city, because he knew from his wise men, from his astrologer, from all kinds of people. And so he knew that is going to be challenging. If Prince Siddhartha meets any of them, he would change his mind. His mind is such, he's very sensitive, he's very emotionally, can be carried away by such things, because he already was born. He was just about to be ripened. And therefore, he actually had to, the king had to be very careful. But somehow, somewhere, truth cannot be hidden forever. Truth came. So Prince Siddhartha saw an old man. He asked his charioteer, Channa, Channa, who is this? What's wrong with him? Why is he so different from the rest of us? And Channa had to answer. Channa had to clarify that everyone in the world is getting old. This is phenomenal. We can't change it. This is the nature of law. Prince Siddhartha was pretty upset. How can? Will I myself become old? Yes, you will also become old one day. Will my wife, pretty wife, Yasodhara, become old? Yes, she will become old as well. And everyone in the family, so near and dear ones, all those beautiful people around, everyone will be old one day or the other. No matter how much you try to hide yourself from them, no matter how much you try to shield yourself from those old age features, you can't hide it forever. So Prince Siddhartha decided, okay, this is time. If that is the case, it is time. We have to go back to the palace. I don't want to go and have a look. I'm really perturbed here. He went back to his palace. And another day he came back. He wanted to have some fresh air one more time. He was tired of being confined to those luxuries inside the palace walls. And then he went outside. And that day, that was another unprecedented case. That was an old man, this time a sick man. This time a sick man, a person who was sick. And Prince Siddhartha has never seen such a person before. So, what happened? Prince Siddhartha asked Channa, who is that guy? Why is he so different? And then Prince Siddhartha was answered, this is a sick person. Do I get sick too? Oh yeah, you will get sick too. My wife, my children, my family members, friends and relatives, near and dear ones, everyone. You can't spare. Everyone will get sick. When it comes, when the conditions are there for you to get sick, you will be sick, no matter how much you try. You get some vitamins, you get some medicines, you do some exercise, you get some really good nutritious food. No matter how much you try, you will get sick. So, Prince Siddhartha was really upset now. And then the third time he saw a corpse, a dead body, and he was even shattered by that time. He saw an old man. He came to know that everyone in the world is subject to death. The death is so much looming large, and life is so full of glorious uncertainties. Everyone in the world, one day or the other, we don't know where, when, how it happens, but when it comes, we will all be snatched away by the death, just like that. So Prince Siddhartha was really, really upset. And then the other day he saw an ascetic, a person who was going, seeking for truth. And he was very happy to see this person because he was very different and he had the solution. In fact, he had the solution. What is the truth? So it was like that, and then Prince Siddhartha was very upset, and he decided to renounce the world and go back to the jungle, go to the jungle and meditate. And then he started meditating. And on a Vesak full moon day, after 6 years of penances, he practiced and he meditated, and he achieved the supremely enlightened Buddhahood. And then he was waiting, reflecting on his own beautiful, powerful spiritual attainment, his dream goal of his spiritual life, of his sansaric life, and he finally found the Nibbana. And then on a full moon poya day like this, he started preaching that Dhamma Sutta, which includes all the Four Noble Truths. And especially the crux of the entire Buddha Dhamma is right there in that particular sutta. So I just wanted to actually talk about with you mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness is a very hot topic in the West today. Everyone talks about meditation. Everyone talks about mindfulness, and there are so many. It's kind of a trend now. A lot of people know about meditation. It's really amazing. Now in the West, some decades ago, nobody knew about meditation. Nobody. They didn't know about that. And now almost everyone knows about meditation. In my classes, actually, when I was teaching in the university, and I actually asked our students to start with some meditation. So I started my classes with some 5 minutes into meditation. I asked them, okay, I didn't say, they're not necessarily Buddhists, most of them, but I said, okay, at the beginning we just listen to ourselves, maybe like keep your books away, close your eyes, no phones, nothing, just listen to yourself. Close your eyes, listen to yourself, listen to your own breathing. And at the beginning, I noticed they were a little bit restless, they were not really very comfortable, but some of them, even the 5 minutes of that silence became a noble silence to them. And that meditation helped them so much, and that inspired them so much. So every single day when we started the class, we started with 5 minutes meditation. So the students slowly picking up. And at the end of the course, I noticed most of these students were doing their final presentation on meditation, on mindfulness, and the benefits of mindfulness and the benefits of meditation. And I think it was really, really important. And some of them actually said to me that was for the first time ever in their life that they were like practicing with closed eyes, something like, a different world altogether. I just want to share with you. When we open our eyes, we see the world outside. We can see many things, beautiful world outside. And when we close our eyes, we can see ourselves. We can look into ourselves. So this is very, very important. We close our eyes sometime in a day. Once in a while, you have to do that. Look into yourself, see through yourself, and just maybe repair some damages if there is any. That is very important, right? And then we open our mouth, we keep talking. Right now I'm talking, you know. So most of the time, people get together and they talk and they gossip. They talk about other people. This person is like that. That person is like that. So we just keep talking about other people, and we forget to talk to ourselves. So sometime in a day, you have to find a peaceful place, a quiet place, and then talk to yourself. How do you do that? How do you start monologuing, having a soliloquy, talking to yourself? How do you do that? You close your eyes, you close your mouth, you talk to yourself. You can talk to yourself. That's how we talk to ourselves. So this is called noble silence. This noble silence is of utmost importance for mindfulness meditation. So right now in the world, there are a lot of places where they are actually practicing about these things, and there have been researches about this. For example, in Kent State University here in US, there was one professor, and he actually used some cells um, when the Tibetan monks were meditating, and he wanted to see if the brain pattern is different, and if there is a difference when the brain pattern works when they meditate. And this professor found that actually this was really the case. A lot of people have this thing, and so maybe I can show you a little bit about that. Let me show you. Um, okay, I have a. I don't know if I can share with you this one. Okay. Um, so this one says that we can. Um, um, so okay. So in meditation, we have something like that, and yeah, here, see how brain waves of Tibetan monks could one day help students grow academically. So in this case, actually, this professor wanted to share with that in his research. He found that when the monks were meditating, actually their brain patterns were different. So what happens to their brain pattern, and that helps their memory. And he wanted to check with his own children in the school if it is helpful for his school to improve the memory, and also to remember some mathematical facts, and also to maybe like control emotions and things like that. He wanted to check, but when he found out that this meditation really helps, then he actually wanted to use it. So in meditation, what we really do, maybe something like this. So we have something called free frontal cortex, and that is the front side of our brain. And what happens here, it helps us. pay attention to our performance, and it improves our performance, and it's kind of also scaffolding, because today we have so much of kind of a bottleneck problem, overwhelming information flood we have, and this indiscriminate intake of info would result in disjointed and not very useful mental patterns. So attention helps us select and sustain mental focus on what is relevant to us in each moment. So in meditation, we do exactly this. We try to focus on one thing and one thing only. So meditation in many different cases helps us, because the mind is just like a wild horse. It's very difficult to tame, and even if you try to meditate, it will be very hard. And especially today, we also have this multitasking problem, and a lot of people, they don't know how to do one thing at a time. They want to do so many things, and sometimes when we have that irresistible morning chores, like maybe you also doing it right now. These days, you might also be doing in the morning. You wake up, and the first thing you do in the morning is to check your emails and go to social media, Facebook, and whatever, and then you also want to do it as soon as possible. Try to do it as fast as possible. That way, what happens to us, we actually don't know how to um, how to focus on one thing at a time. So this is a difficult scenario, and some of the bad habits, this automatic habits of reacting can be very harmful to our life in many cases. So it's important we do the attention training. So in mindfulness and meditation, we also try to train the mind for the attention. So here, the aim of this is not to do so many things in less time, but the opposite of it. One thing at a time. To be here right now, right here. To live here right now, right here. And not to think of the past, not to dream about the future, but to live at the present moment. And the goal is to create more mental space, to learn to pause, to slow down, to let go of the indiscriminate reactive responding to whatever grabs our attention in the moment. So the results, the researchers have found actually lot of positive results for there. Results in better attention and performance, on standard psychological and neuroscientific tasks. So I just wanted to share that with you, because these things are really very important for all of us today. It is, I think, more than ever important for all of us to meditate mindfulness. And nowadays, in the West, we do have something called MBSR, like mindfulness-based stress reduction system. This was started by John Kabat-Zinn, and he wanted to test this mindfulness practice with his patients. So, in a lot of chronic patients, they were tested with these treatments, and he found there were so many positive results, and a lot of people were able to come out of their health related issues. So, mindfulness and meditation can be very helpful to all of us. I would like to say, everyone, I would like to suggest to all of you, please meditate every single day. Please schedule your time every single day, at least for a while. If you are a beginner, you can always start with a 5 minutes, 10 minutes meditation. Just sit, close your eyes, find a peaceful place in your home, maybe the best place you can find, so with that, you can meditate. And just close your eyes, listen to your own breathing. Take a good long deep breath, and then listen to that. Just observe the breathing patterns. When you observe that breathing pattern, and it also helps you to focus on one thing, because our mind is so much scattered due to so much information and ultrasound, modern technology we have actually can really be distracting. So we find all the time our mind is distracted because of these things. So I suggest every single day, in the morning or in the evening or both occasions, please meditate for a while and see how you can recuperate yourself, how you can heal yourself from so much of activities that you do outside. You are so much engaged in so many activities, and your mind is so much scattered. You need to also scaffold them. So when we do that, when we meditate, when we listen to our own breathing, we really help our system. We help our brain. If you notice, your brain pattern changes. Your brain pattern completely changes. Very beautiful. And it's very smooth. The brain waves very smooth when you meditate. And if you keep it doing on regular basis, as a regular practice, you will notice that you become much more positive, and you become very good in your taking decisions, and also your personal relationship are also going very well. And if you are a student, it helps your studies, because you can focus on one thing. You can improve your attention. So in many different ways, this really, really helps us. So I would like to very strongly recommend every one of us, no matter how busy you are, please find some time to meditate. I recommend you meditate like 10 minutes a day if you are a beginner, and then do it for 7 days in a row. And then when it comes to the second week, you can start. Just increase 1 minute. Let's say you started with 10 minutes meditation every day. And then the second week, you can increase easily 1 minute. So your second week will be 11 minutes. And then third week, you will go 12 minutes. And then you will feel that you can sit properly. You are more comfortable in sitting, because the most difficult thing for meditation is sitting. Mindfulness is a different thing, but sitting is very difficult. And of course, sitting is not the only meditation posture. There are many postures. You can stand, you can walk, you can lay down, but sitting is the most powerful posture for meditation, because you can stand for too long. You can lay down also for too long. You can lay down, but you might easily fall asleep. It's very difficult to keep yourself awake. And then you can also do the walking meditation. Walking meditation is also a very wonderful thing. That also is working for many people when they are so restless. Like they are really, really restless. It's difficult for them to focus on one thing. Maybe they start with some little bit of walking meditation. Just focus on your steps and then walk. You find a place for you to walk and then keep walking. And that way you can actually calm yourself. It's like a muddy pond. Water is so dirty and you can't see through anything. So when you meditate, you see that water becomes transparent. It's so clean and clear. You can see everything. You can see through the water. So our mind becomes so calm and peaceful that way. I want to actually um, invite you to practice meditation. And maybe to begin with, I recommend Anapanasati or the breathing meditation. But there are some people who are comfortable with metta meditation, loving kindness meditation. That is also fine. Sometimes you can actually change. Like if you are a Buddhist, look at this beautiful Buddha statue behind me. This is our Lankarama Buddhist temple Buddha statue. You can just close your eyes and think of a Buddha statue. If you are a Buddhist, it is also very easy for you because you have so much respect for the Buddha, and you can practice on the Buddha and think of one good quality of the Buddha. Out of the 9 virtues of the Buddha, even the Arahant, the quality of the Buddha is good enough. Good enough. The Buddha has never ever done anything, any wrongdoing, even in secret. That is also called Arahant. And he has completely eradicated all forms of passion, all kinds of defilement, completely purified himself from all dirty things. He, is, he has become absolutely pure person. And he is worthy of being respected, saluted by everyone in the world, including humans and all those celestial beings. All those powerful Brahmas and Devas, they can pay respect to the Buddha. And Buddha is very much worthy of being respected by anyone in the world. So thinking that, you can keep focusing, keep meditating on the Buddha's Arahanta quality. That is one way. That is called Buddhanusati. So you can do that. Or the breathing meditation, everyone breathes. You don't need to be a Buddhist to breathe. Everyone breathe. So it's not, we can't really have some religious tag to this breathing thing. Everyone can breathe. So what we should do, just normally we breathe and then focus on it and pay attention to that and listen to your own breathing. It's so good. I am telling you, it is so good if you keep doing it. When it becomes a habit, when you have that habitual pattern, when your brain waves working smoothly, imagine your brain waves are working smoothly, and your prefrontal cortex. This is the place where we actually scaffold all our information, and all when you do meditation, you can see that beautiful bright shine over here, and if you see that, you have to be careful and you have to take care of it. Focus on that, meditate more, and work on it, and don't give up. And that will really be helpful. And the person who keeps meditating, and he or she can actually improve so many good qualities. He or she can be happier forever. And he or she will not be disturbed by whatever happens around. And then he or she will be able to, see the reality, see things as they really are. And you will see the life. You will see how people, lose their temper, and you will know how to control your anger. You will know how to take right decision at the right time. That is also really important. I'm actually recommending this to all those company directors, CEOs, and all the principals, and all those people, supervisors, and in different big corporate world, when they are so much overwhelmed with lots and lots of workload, meditate. Start meditating. All of you, if you start meditating at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day before you start your working, your day will be fine. You will be able to defragment, like in the computer. We have to defragment our brain pattern, and then we will be fine. We will be able to work more effectively and more efficiently. We will be able to maintain good interpersonal relationships. Even in family, a lot of people, I know a lot of people come to us, they talk to us, and how they suffer. They don't know. They don't have any respect for each other. Husbands, wives, no respect. And they have so many issues between each other. They don't talk to each other eventually. And the children, parents, so many gaps, many difference, many difficulties are there because of that. Focusing on meditation and practicing meditation can help you ease out all those pressures, all those tensions from you, and you will be able to live happily. First, remember, there are so many snakes outside the world, so many. We do not catch them and put them on our own, and then they will bite us. And let them live. Most of us, what we do, we don't leave them in their own habitat. We just try to capture them and try to observe them, try to obsess them, try to possess them, and don't take things, try to take others' problems into ourselves. This is the problem. We don't focus on our own problems. We focus on others' problems. Sometimes the parents think of the children all the time, like excessively think and worry about the children. And sometimes you try to over control the children. And sometimes, so you don't have respect. You lose your respect and you get um, aggressive. When you are frustrated, and frustration leads to aggression, so it's really important that you maintain your inner peace. Every one of us has inner peace, and every one of us has the potential to improve it if we focus on meditation. And if we do that, we will be able to live a peaceful life. Imagine you don't get angry for 1 week. You don't get angry for 1 month. Imagine a life like that. Imagine you are so happy all the time. You can smile no matter what happens. You don't care. I mean, you care, but you don't worry. You don't get stressed. You become happy. You let it go. You can let it go no matter what happens. And you also see the reality. That way, we can live very happy, very peaceful, and very good life. So, I want to focus, I want to emphasize you all, please practice meditation. Mindfulness meditation can be very helpful. The Buddha in Satipatthana Sutta said, if somebody focuses on breathing itself, that can lead to their final goal. Chattaro Satipatthana. That Chattaro Satipatthana, those four uh, foundations of mindfulness, that will lead to your final spiritual goal. So one thing is the Kaya Anupassana, Vedana Anupassana, Chitta Anupassana, and Dhamma Anupassana. In Kaya Anupassana, we think of the body, and mindfulness of breathing or Anapanasati is one of them. And when we practice Anapanasati, we can see our brain functions better, and we can see our internal organs also functions better. Very smooth. And your heart works better, your neurological system all works fine, your lungs, your bloodstream, nervous system, your muscles, all kinds of things become very released and relaxed, and you feel more comfortable, and unconsciously some of those latent diseases can be gone. If you make it a habit, like always to be try to be positive, and always try to smile, and try to be happy, and try not to be jealous, and try not to be angry, try not to harm others, try not to gossip about others' faults. you know, try to always try to see positive things in others. That way, you will see, you make it a habit. And that habit can bring you lots and lots of good karma. Karma is about habit. Okay. When we have more positive, more good habits, that means you have more good karma. So the more good habits you have, the more good karma you have. So the more you are overwhelmed, you are surrounded with good karma, the bad karma will not come to you. Unless and until they are very, very unpardonable karmas. You have something what we call anantariya karma or something. Otherwise, most of those minor bad karmas will not come to any effect when you always try to meditate and when you try to focus on mindfulness meditation. I just want to let you know how to live happily, how to live peacefully, how to live with good health, and how to maintain our life in a more positive manner, in a more effective manner. Just wanted to say that, and really want to encourage for all the children. I want to address you all. Um, I know that the technology is a really huge issue. Everyone, we can kind of can't live without it. We want to have those technology things, but maybe sometimes, once in a while, don't get lost in those technological things. Your cell phone. It looks like a very small, innocent something, but if you can, get rid of it, you really find it like indispensable part of your life. You can live without it. Then that will be a little bit of problem. Sometimes we have to let it go. That's why I would like to recommend you maybe before sleep. People can sleep today. They have this sleep apnea or insomnia. A lot of people have this problem. So maybe 1 hour before sleep, don't touch the phone. And in the morning, when you wake up, don't touch the phone. Don't touch the phone when you wake up right away. And don't worry about those emails and all the other things. They are there. They will be there. They will not be lost. Just maybe focus on yourself. Try to listen to yourself. See things. Look at the world. Look at outside. Look at your room. You make your bed first when you wake up in the morning. Making the bed is the most important thing. If you want to be a successful person in life, make your bed first. And then listen to yourself. Silent meditation. Sit in silent meditation for a while. And you can schedule your life, schedule your day ahead. What should I do today? What is my um, uh, duties today? What can I do? How should I plan my day ahead? You can just think of it and maybe do some meditation in the morning before going to bed. When you are laying down on the bed, before that you fresh yourself, take a shower, refresh your teeth, brush your teeth, and then, you know, wear nice clothes, and then go to bed. And when you lay down, just focus on your breath. Focus on your breath in between your nostril and your upper lip. Just try to focus on that. With that beautiful attention, that beautiful mindfulness, you can sleep. When you can sleep like that, if you can lock it up, when you keep thinking of that, you can focus on that. Maybe the whole night will be a meditation for you. Even if you sleep, you will have a very profoundly healthy and peaceful sleep. So this is called something like a lucid dreaming. When you can lock down to your sleep, and your meditation, if you can lock down, that way your whole night will be a meditation for you. So try to think. And when you wake up in the morning, for example, you will know exactly what you were doing the time before you went to bed. And then if you scan your body and do some metta meditation, like you practice metta, scan your body from top to the bottom and slowly scanning. And then you will have metta, may I be well and happy and healthy. You focus on that, you tell yourself. And maybe right here, when you focus on that, you fell asleep and you wake up in the morning. You start from here right away. Just try it. It works. It works so beautifully, and it helps us so much to gain peace and happiness and contentment. So I want to say, mindfulness and meditation really, really important to every one of us. To Buddhist or non-Buddhist, it doesn't matter. Everyone can practice it, and everyone can gain such wonderful, good results by practicing mindfulness meditation. Okay, so maybe I would like to uh, um, conduct a little bit of meditation with you. I don't know how much time I have. How much time I have? Okay, thank you. All right, great. Okay, so I just now I want to teach you some meditation. Okay, let us practice some anapanasati meditation. I will walk you through, and maybe some of you are very good practitioners of meditation, and that is fine. Maybe you will also pick up some good points from this practice. And I really want to encourage our young children, young generation. I really want you to practice meditation. Don't wait till you get old, to meditate. When you are young, meditate. When you are young, do all the good things in life, and that way you can actually become really a good person. You will know that you will maintain that inner peace. I always want to emphasize with the inner peace. Inner peace is the most important thing for all of us. Sometimes maybe you are not economically so powerful, you're not so educated like the so-called education. It doesn't really matter. Knowledge is one thing, and the wisdom is one thing. Okay? Sometimes we have PhD, so many BAs, MA, it doesn't really matter. What is the point actually if you are also not taking care of your parents, you're not kind, you're not concerned about other people, you are very harmful, you are also trying to, you are jealous or you don't want to help others, and then there is something missing, right? So in meditation, we also have to help ourselves coordinate the 3H: head, heart, and the hand. Okay, 3H. So head, heart, and the hand. Especially when we meditate. In modern education, they call it, overall education. So many wonderful words are there, but they try to feed more with the knowledge. So much of information they feed. They force the children to get more and more information but they don't think of the heart. I think Buddhist education is all about Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. Sila is the very foundation of our education. Whole person education is incomplete without Sila. What is Sila? Kaya Vachanang Samodhanang Sila. You have to be very careful about your bodily actions. Bodily actions means not to harm others, not to steal, and not to engage in sexual misconduct. These are really important things. Not to harm others, not to kill others, not to harm others means you respect others' life. You have to respect others' life. If you want to be safe, you have to respect others. And not to steal means you have to respect others' property. If you do not steal others' property, if you respect others' property, your property will also be naturally saved. And the other people will also respect your property. So don't steal. And then not to engage in sexual misconduct. For lay people, it's perfectly all right. You can have sex, you can get married, you can have legally bound husband-wife marital relationship. That is perfectly all right. But sexual misconduct means you do not interfere others' families. So you respect others' families. When you respect others' families, your community will be more stronger and more happier and peaceful, and everyone will coexist very nicely. So it's really important that we practice these things. This is the part of and then that is called Kaya Sangvara. Kaya Sangvara is that bodily restraint, discipline in our body. We all need to have discipline. We need to have moral principles in our life. Without that, you can be a successful person. And then the verbal discipline, Vacha Sangvara. How does it happen? You don't tell lies. Be truthful, be sincere, be honest, and don't gossip. Don't talk about others' loopholes, others' mistakes. You yourself are not complete. No one is complete. There can be mistakes. Everyone can do mistakes. Angulimala was a murderer. He became an arahant. And so many other people were there in the world. Not everyone was perfect. So why should we look at others' faults when we ourselves are not complete in ourselves? So we try not to say unnecessary words and harsh words. Don't hurt others. When you hurt others, that can be disastrous. That can be really disastrous for the other person. And so the pain that you give to the other person will also somehow come back to you in manifold ways, not in one birth, maybe many hundreds of births. So don't do that. Be honest, be sincere, be truthful, and be kind and compassionate. These are very important practices for Buddhists, and that is called sila. And when you have bodily and verbal restraint, you can meditate. That is why we give 5 precepts. For all the lay people, you have to take 5 precepts. Take 5 precepts every single day and remind yourself the meaning of it. What is the meaning behind these 5 precepts? Respect others' life, respect others' property, respect others' family life, and then be truthful. And then the last one. Just because it is last, it doesn't mean it is unimportant. It is no less important. Not to take drinks and drugs that cause intoxication or heedlessness. Today, most of the young children are affected very badly. In many countries, young children have become victimized by the drinks and drugs, especially drugs. So many different kinds of drugs are there. Disastrous. I've seen many beautiful young children. My heart is so feels so painful when I see them. They are so beautiful, very young children, but they are addicted to drugs and drinks, and they have become a menace to themselves. They don't know how to come out of it. They have lost their life. They have lost their value, and um, they are being ridiculed by the rest of the world. It's really, really unfortunate. So, children, please be very careful not to be addicted, not to be victimized to these drinks and drugs. And if you have some friends who encourage you to drinks and drugs, please be extra careful because they cannot be your friends. If someone is friend, you can know yourself. Okay, this guy is helping me, this guy is compassionate, this guy is generous, this guy is teaching me good things. But the other one is not like that. He always encourages me to do bad things. So be careful of such friends. They are not your good friends. You have to be really careful. You have to be selective. Okay, so it is very important. If you take one wrong decision in life, that will be disaster. So please be careful. So these 5 precepts, I want everyone to read every day and remember the meaning, and also try to observe them. Try not to break them. We are normal, average, pruthakjana people, putujana, mundane human beings. So things can happen once in a while. If that happens, take the 5 precepts again. That's fine. And maybe sometimes, okay, I don't kill, but maybe I have a problem in stealing. You never know. I have a problem in telling lies. So if you know that mistake, if you know your gray area, you can work on it. So it's really important. So focus on that and work on that. And if you focus on these 5 precepts, that will give you so much good energy, so powerful spiritual energy, positive energy to you to live a very wonderful, happy, peaceful uh, human life. Be a better human being. Then you can easily become Buddhist. Be a better human being. You can be a good Christian. Be a better human being. You can be a good Hindu. Be a better human being. You can be a good Islam person. So the religion comes second. First, be a better human being. So our Buddha reached us 3 things for us to do. One, um, not to do any evil thing. Okay. And then to do good. Do good, do more and more good things. And then purify mind. So one thing is not to do bad things, and the other thing is to do good things. And then the other thing is purify your mind. This is the very essence of all the Buddhas. So please think of it and try to increase, try to inculcate all those wonderful qualities in all your life to make your life a better and meaningful one for the benefit of all of you. When you are like that, if you can inculcate all those beautiful qualities in you, you will see yourself being benefited so much. And then your family members, people who are around you will also be benefited. Your energy, your good energy will be reflected in you, and the other people will notice that. And they will follow you, they will inspire from you. Look at the Buddha. For the last 2500 years, we had only one Buddha. How much he inspired us for every one of us, each and every one of us. The kind of inspiration that he gave us, truly amazing. Even a little bit of something like, even in secret, the Buddha did not do anything wrong. Imagine. Sometimes we do things, secretly, but Buddha, even secretly, he didn't do anything wrong. So every time we read the Dhamma, every time we learn the Dhamma, we can be more closer to the Buddha. Okay. So paying respect to the Buddha does not mean we all the time pray. Praying is good. It's really helpful. Those chantings are also really wonderful, especially when you are weak. It's very good to do some chanting. But the most important thing is to learn the Dhamma and to practice it. Sometimes when you meditate, even without knowing so much of Dhamma, you will do the right thing. You will practice it.